The OECD mandate and the motto is actually better policies for better lives. And it's very important that we go beyond the words better policies for better lives and actually provide governments advice on how to achieve better policies for better lives. The aim of this project and the work we're doing here at the OECD is really to continue to grow, because growth is very important for many things, but not any kind of growth, not growth that disregards, for instance, the environment. You can grow, but if it's at the expense of destroying the environment, for instance, I don't think that's the kind of growth that anybody would want, neither for themselves nor for the future of their children. So what we're aiming at is a more balanced type of growth that takes into account many other aspects of what matters in people's life. Achieving this better balance between just the economic system and what matters in people's life is not easy, but it's not impossible either. First of all, you need to have better indicators on a broader range, and just doing that, providing the information, providing the knowledge is the first fundamental element, because if you don't measure, you don't know what you're talking about. So you need to do that. Looking already at this, comparing yourself with other countries, you will see where you're doing good, where you're doing bad, and where you need to improve. That's the first aspect, bringing the knowledge together. The second is understanding what will improve things. For instance, when you want to improve the health status of people, do you need just to work on health issues, or do you also need to improve the environment? Sometimes if you live in a very polluted environment, your health will suffer, which means you have to work both on health, on the environment, but also perhaps on the economic dimensions itself, because we know that people who have a lower income often are in worse health. And so you have to combine all this together and bringing some new insights in the models that economists have tended to use in the past. I think it's very important that conferences such as this one take place, that bring the academic people who are actually looking at, for instance, the key drivers that will have an implication and impact on those aspects of life that matter to people, and they do this very academic research and confront them with the policymakers who are asking for new tools, new analysis, new knowledge to actually understand how all this links up. And so this is exactly what this conference is about. And I hope that the work that is, the discussions that are taking place today, we can then synthesize them, bring them into our own analysis at the OECD, and then we can provide better advice to policymakers and governments, which is what we do every day at the OECD.